So, good morning. Coming to you live from the gym in Sunland Park, New Mexico. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110th floor memorial stair climb for our brother Stephen Russell from Engine 55, Manhattan's Little Italy. And on their patch it says in Italian 55. I hope that's how you say it. But so right now, this is his journey to the very top, the 290th climb, with 53 brothers left to carry after this climb. So, with honor and respect, we're going to the top, dedicating this climb to his mother, Marie, father Clifford, brothers Cliff and Bill, and his girlfriend at the time, Rhonda. So, total of 7 verticals to get us to the very top. Once we reach that 7th vertical, it'll get us to the 101st floor, and then it's only 9 floors after that for our brother from Little Italy out of Manhattan. We're just about to kick off that first vertical, and we'll get it going. This is the second climb of this tour for our brother, Stephen Russell. And here we go. First vertical. So this climb is dedicated, again, to the FDNY, hopping on the line there in Little Italy, 55. And to his family and to our country. So our brother was actually out on a gas leak when 9/11 occurred with Engine 55. As soon as the terrorist attack occurred, Engine 55 was one of the first units on scene to go to work in the rescue effort, where it was the greatest rescue in the United States history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved because of the bravery, heroism, and valor that was shown by our brothers. So prior to joining the FDNY, our brother was a carpenter, belonged to the Carpenters Union. And it said, from what I was reading at his family's house, that he would be doing woodwork, and you could actually hear saws buzzing at nighttime when he was making furniture. It said he made his own bedroom set, and then when he got on the FDNY on Little Italy, that he did some carpentry jobs around the station, to include a memorial cabinet, where it turns out that he and his 4 other brothers from Little Italy would be memorialized there after 9/11. So the cabinet he made to honor those that made the ultimate sacrifice, that's in 55, Engine 55, turned out that he's now memorialized there. So this is his 110 floor climb with memorial, with honor and respect for the sacrifice made so that others could live. So our brother was known to either be with water or with fire. According to what I read from his family, that was his two loves, being a firefighter and being on the water. It said that our brother grew up near the Atlantic, and he would either be on or under the water, as he had a motorboat for skiing, a wave runner, a kayak, and he was a master diver, which it said that at some point he was going to look at giving lessons for diving. Additionally, he would go skiing in the snow, and they found out after 9/11 that he had set up to go skydiving, but he didn't want to tell his mom, Marie, so he wouldn't scare her. So our brother lived life to its fullest. Again, he lived in the water. It said he lived in the Atlantic Ocean. And he took several trips to South America as a master scuba diver. Right now, this is for our brother, who was known as MacGyver, because Stephen Russell was able to fix anything and everything at the firehouse, similar to MacGyver, being able to fix everything. So that was his nickname. For our brother from Incident 55, with full accountability for Little Italy, this is his climb. Dedicated to his family, his mom, Marie, father, Clifford, brothers, Cliff and Bill, and his girlfriend, Rhonda. Taking him up till we reach the 110th floor. Coming to you live from the gym in Sunland Park, New Mexico. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting. 110 floors for our brother, firefighter Stephen Russell, out of Manhattan's Little Italy, 55, Engine 55. Again, I hope that's the correct way of saying that, but it's on the pouch. And in Italian, it means 55. So I'm taking up MacGyver right now. Taking him, symbolically carrying him up with me right now to that 110th floor. So we reach the top. Down to 53 brothers to go vertical after this climb. We will never forget. We will always remember the sacrifices that were made so that others could live. For our brother right here, Stephen MacGyver Russell. Prior to joining the FDNY, he was a carpenter, was in the Carpenters Union, and after our brother did a lot of work at his firehouse, to include the memorial case there at Engine 55, which turned out to be where he's eternally honored, along with his four other brothers from Little Italy that will never be forgotten. This is the reason we climb, to tell their stories, to keep their memories alive. Taking them up, one floor at a time, to reach that 110th floor. pushing him all the way to the top. I couldn't verify it 100%, but I read that he had approximately 8 years of service with the FDNY, and to give honor and respect for his service to the citizens of New York, we're going vertical. Carrying him up as we speak, pushing him all the way to the top. This is the initial 110 floors for the 343 prior to taking up the Ansel counting. Those who worked the pile at ground zero for days, weeks, and months until the operation was declared complete. Those that came down with the 9/11 illnesses and cancers, God willing, will take their turn going to the very top on completion of this initial commitment. One at a time. They'll go vertical. And right now, this climb is for our brother, firefighter Steve Russell, who gave everything he had to the job. Loved being a firefighter. Very soft-spoken, lovingly known as MacGyver because of his ability to fix anything. And especially around age of 55, 55, Little Lily out of Manhattan. Right now, we're coming up on that 4 to 7 verticals. This will get us to the over halfway point in this 110 floor Memorial Star Climb. Carrying the 290th brother, Stephen Russell, firefighter with Engine 55, out of Manhattan, Little Italy, symbolically to that 110th floor. Again, it was said he was either in the water or under the water if he was not on the water. Our brother had what they call was 3 boats, but it was a motorboat for skiing, a wave runner, and a kayak. It also said that he built his own hydroplane, and he was a master diver, went skiing, kayaking, and scuba diving. It said he went to the South America to go scuba diving, and he was actually looking at teaching scuba diving at some point. Our brother lived his life to the fullest. Lived his life on the water. He loved the water. It said he basically lived at the Atlantic Ocean, where he grew up. I believe it was Rockaway in New York. And then I believe he moved to Jamaica. But that again was what I was reading. Again, if it is often information, I apologize because everything is memorized prior to making the climb. So this climb is dedicated to his mother Marie, father Clifford, brothers Cliff and Bill, and his girlfriend at the time, Rhonda. Taking our brother up to finish his footsteps to the very top of the tower. This is why we climb. Continually telling their stories as we take them up. So 19 years later, they will not be a name on a plaque or a picture on a wall. This is why we climb. This is why the memorial climbs exist, why the memorial runs exist. So we keep their names and their legacies alive for their families, for the FDNY, and for our country. We will never forget, but instead, always remember their sacrifices made on and after 9/11, 2001. Now we're over the halfway point of this climb. 3 more verticals to get to that 101st floor. Pushing it up right now for engine 55, 55, Little Lily out of Manhattan. For our brother, Stephen MacGyver Russell. He was called MacGyver at his firehouse as his nickname because our brother was able to fix anything. Something happened, went wrong, Stephen Russell would fix it. As I said before, prior to joining the FDNY, our brother was a carpenter, and he ended up doing a lot of work, made his own bedroom set. It said that he had a little carpentry shop at his house, I believe it was in Rockaway, and right now, our brother's memorialized along with all 5 brothers from engine 55 in a memorial cabinet that he ended up building, not knowing that he was going to be in his own memorial. For the sacrifices made so that others could live. We're on now the 5th vertical of 7. Another step towards the next floor in this second climb of this tour for the 343 commitment, and still counting. Symbolically carrying our brother up right now beside me, heading to the top. Pushing him up with honor and respect given. This is why we climb, to tell his story, for his family to know that he will never be forgotten. We made a promise. 19 years later, we're keeping that promise. This is his climb, finishing his footsteps. As I said previously, on 9/11, engine 55 was out on a gas leak near World Trade Centers. So when 9/11 came in, they were responded in the initial response. This is his climb. Our brothers responded to the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil. We're part of the greatest rescue effort in United States history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved due to the bravery, valor, and heroism that was shown by everyone on scene that responded on 9/11. And following that, those who worked the pile at Ground Zero, all walks of life, all different agencies, police, fire, EMS, military, federal law enforcement, even ordinary citizens who came in trying to help. will never be forgotten. This is their climb for our brother MacGyver, Stephen Russell from Engine 55, going to the very top, coming up on the second to last vertical of this stair climb. This 110 floor memorial to life of our brother, firefighter Stephen Russell, MacGyver of Little Italy, 55, as shown on their patch, out of Manhattan. Taking them up, second to last vertical of this 110 floors. Like I said, the last vertical will get us to the 101st, and it's only 9 floors from there to finish this memorial climb for our brother, for his family, mother and father, Marie and Clifford, his brothers, Cliff and Bill, and his girlfriend at the time, Rhonda. This climb is dedicated to you all, so you know our brother Stephen Russell will never be forgotten, but instead will live on as we climb across the nation, as we run in memorial runs. Their stories and their lives will always be reflected on. We carry each one on a memorial badge tag. Each climb, we take them vertical. And this is another climb given with honor and respect for the sacrifices made. Each brother having their story told. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting. 110 floor memorial stair climb for our brother, firefighter Stephen Russell, Engine 55, Manhattan's Little Italy, 55. Taking our brother to that very top. Dedicating this to the FDNY. Off and on the line at Little Italy, Engine 55. To his family and to our country. We got to keep our promise that we made to never forget, but to always remember what happened on and after 9/11, 2001, within the rescue effort to the recovery effort at Ground Zero. Those who worked the pile for days, weeks, and months until the operation was declared complete. This is why we climb, to tell their stories, so people will never forget our brothers' lives and their legacies. As I said, from what I could read, our brother had around 8 years on the job with the FDNY, and this climb is his to honor his years of service to the citizens of New York. This is for our brother, who was a master diver, loved being on the water, in the water, and under the water. Had 3 boats, as they called it. It was a motorboat for skiing, and then he had a wave runner and a kayak. And said he grew up, I believe it was Rockaway beach area, and he would always be at the Atlantic Ocean. Our brother, again, was a master diver, and he'd go to South America for diving trips. It said that at some point he was planning on teaching scuba diving, and his family found out that after 9/11 he had scheduled a skydiving trip, but that was after 9/11. My brother responded as part of the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved. Our brother MacGyver, of inches 55, could fix anything, hence the nickname. Anytime when something was broken at the fire station, Stephen Russell was on it and was able to fix it. As I said before, our brother was a carpenter, belonged to the carpentry union, and ended up doing a lot of carpentry work there in Little Italy at Inches 55's house. It said that he actually built their memorial cabinet on our first floor, to which he and his 4 brothers from Inches 55 are memorialized. With honor and respect, we're going to that very top, finishing those last 9 floors for our brother, firefighter Stephen Russell, MacGyver of Inches 55, Little Italy. Dedicated to his mother Marie, Father Clifford, brothers Cliff and Bill, and his girlfriend at the time, Rhonda. Dedicated to the FUNY, off and on the line, and to our country, so we never forget their sacrifice. We always remember, 19 years later, we still remember their stories being told. They will never just be a name on a plaque or a picture on a wall. This is why we climb. The 290 and trip up down to 53 brothers to reach that top in about 2 floors. For firefighter Stephen Russell, taking him up, finishing his footsteps. And we're right there. Hundred and 10 floors. Firefighter Russell, rest easy, brother. We got it from here.